audio recording is the result of our realization that we needed to codify what it took to become the obvious choice. We wanted to map the journey of those who succeeded and offer it to you here in this recording. So we embarked on a research study designed to uncover and document the practices of successful companies that have become the obvious choice, those that matter most in their industry. More than 30 companies representing more than 15 countries, hundreds of interviews, thousands of transcribed pages, years of analysis, and tens of thousands of words recorded to try and describe what we've learned have led us to one strikingly simple, consistent, and powerful insight. To become the obvious choice, to be a company that matters, you need to consistently create outcomes that are valued more than those of your competitors and that are not easily replicated. As the definition of value evolves in the marketplace over time, you also must sustain your ability to perpetually create new and valued outcomes that are beyond what your competition is capable of doing. Period. Sounds simple, right? But perpetually creating new and valued outcomes is clearly an accomplishment that only a select group of companies are able to achieve. How are some companies able to be the obvious choice in their markets year after year? We realized the what, where, and how questions about providing value were riddles worth solving. We pushed our analysis to answer these three questions, believing this would be the most useful to us and to your journey. 1. What does it take to create more value? 2. Where do you find the opportunities to create more value? 3. How do you build the capability to deliver more value year after year? These three questions form the basis of our continued research. The answers form the premise of this audio recording. What does it take to create more value? Jeff Moore set out to transform the way Lakeside did business, moving from a highly commoditized, super low-margin operation to the obvious choice for innovative consumer goods companies in Canada. He knew the only way to get there was to solve more complex problems and to create more valued outcomes than his competitors. Doing that meant solving the most important problems his clients have, high freight costs, in a way others in the market couldn't easily replicate. That is what we mean by value. If you don't want to be commoditized and you want to become the obvious choice, you need to create solutions to the complex problems that are most important for your customer, those that few others are capable of solving. In theory, that's pretty straightforward. In practice, definitely not. In Jeff's case, the only real way to do that was through using single-source logistic management models, challenging entrenched industry practice and creating efficiency and optimization opportunities along the way. This is complex work. It takes vision, intellect, effective processes and systems, and commitment to do it at scale. If you have those things, then complexity is a good thing. It is where the opportunity to differentiate comes from. Defining and solving complex problems that have economically significant outcomes attached is very hard work. It's not easily replicated, but the scarcity of the scalable solution is why it is valued. Jeff's willingness to commit to navigating this complexity is what has made his company, Lakeside, the obvious choice for his customers. You're going to hear a lot more about how they did that in Chapter 4. For now, we shift our attention to understanding how to identify the most complex and important problems, those where we can find the opportunity to create more value for your customers' lives, as well as for your employees, your communities, and others in your industry. Where do you find the opportunities to create more value? When Angela Arendts took the reins as CEO of Burberry, the brand was in decline. The trench coat was no longer cool, their brand was associated with an older, less influential demographic, and their traditional strategy was being undermined by powerful online channels capable of selling the same products they sold in store for some 25% less. In short, they were being disrupted. Like most retailers, Burberry had been determined to hide from the disruption, hold on to legacy business models, and hope that the threat would pass. Not Angela. Under her leadership, Burberry would move toward the disruption and stand right at its edge, where the old brick-and-mortar world met the new digital world.